All right, so we are starting our next unit, which is multiply and divide integers. So you guys should have your math notebook out in pencil and paper so that you can take notes. Whatever you see on my screen, you should have on your paper so that you can submit them a picture of your notes for a grade. Feel free to stop or pause along the way so that you can take notes and write the information down. All right, so our learning target for multiplying and dividing integers, learning target 1B is I can multiply integers. Learning target 1C, I can divide integers. So there are some rules that go along with multiplying and dividing integers. So if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. So if you have a positive number multiplied by another positive number, your answer will be positive. Just the same, if you are multiplying a negative number times another negative number, your answer is also going to be positive. So the second part to the rule, or the second rule, is that if the signs are different, then your answer is going to be negative. So if you are multiplying a negative number times a positive number, the answer will be negative. Okay, so let's go over some examples. So in algebra, we no longer represent multiplication with an x. So we do not do 4 times 2 to represent multiplication, okay? We are done with using an x for multiplication. Why is that? Because now we are working with variables. Variables are unknown numbers, right? And x is a common variable that we use in algebra. When you're using x as a variable and you're also using x as multiplication, it gets to be confusing, right? 4 times x, that looks confusing. So we don't use the x anymore. Oops. Or we can use a dot to represent 4 times x. Or as you can see in some of the other examples, we can use parentheses to show multiplication. So when you have two numbers and a parentheses right next to each other with no mathematical operation in between, it means multiplication. All right, so let's take a look at the first example. We have 4 times 2 equals 8. So 4 is positive. 2 is positive. That means our answer is going to be positive, right? So you just multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. It's positive because both of our numbers that we're multiplying are both positive. Example number 2. Negative 8 times negative 2. Again, we're representing multiplication using parentheses. So negative 8 times negative 2 is going to equal a positive 16 because both signs of the numbers we're multiplying are the same. So that means our answer is going to be positive. Okay. Number 3, we are looking at 6 times negative 4. Remember, this dot means multiplication. So 6 multiplied by negative 4. We have a positive number and then we have a negative number. So when the signs are different, that means our answer is going to be negative. And then we can just multiply 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. So our answer is negative 24. In example number 4, we have negative 5 times positive 3. So a negative times a positive, our answer is going to be negative because the signs are different. And then we can just multiply 5 times 3, which equals 15. Therefore, our answer is negative 15. All right, example number 5. This one looks a little complicated or a little difficult because we are multiplying 1, 2, 3 numbers together. We have negative 5, which is a negative. We have negative 4, which is also a negative. And then we have negative 10, which is also a negative. So first, let's multiply negative 5 times negative 4. We have a negative and a negative, so that means our answer is going to be positive. And then when you multiply 5 times 4, it equals 20. So we have positive 20. Now we're going to take this positive 20 and we're going to multiply this times negative 10. So the same rules apply when you multiply a positive times a negative. Positive 20 times a negative 10. Your answer is going to be negative because the signs are different. Okay, so we know our answer is going to be negative, and then when you multiply 20 times 10, you get 200. So our answer when you multiply negative 5 times negative 4 times negative 10 is going to equal negative 200. All right, let's take a look at a few division examples. So the rules are the same. In number 6, we have negative 8 divided by negative 2. So since both of our numbers are the same, they have the same sign, they're both negative, our answer is going to be positive. When the signs are the same, your answer is going to be positive. And then we're just going to divide. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So our answer is positive 4 or just 4. When we're in algebra, we don't have to write the plus sign to indicate that our answer is positive. So 4 is our answer. Number 7, we have 15, which is positive, divided by a negative 3. So when our answers or our signs are different, then the answer is going to be negative. And then we just divide 15 divided by 3, which equals 5. So our answer is negative 5. Go ahead and make sure that you have all of these notes written in your math notebook so that you can take a picture and submit your notes in Canvas.